Hey, 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 Clark. Oh, Clark, you cracked me up. Clark Kent, Superman. Yeah. He's my cousin. We're related. I'm the African Superman. Lois didn't say that. Lois didn't say that. Welcome everybody to another episode of Use Your Difference, the place to be if you want to take your cultural awareness to the next level. So last week's episode we talked about the importance of what cultural awareness is and how that plays into today's environment. Today I'm going to start diving into some of those concepts. But before I do that, I want to tell you a story about a professor named Geert Hofstede. Now he hails from the Netherlands, but he created a very good framework for culture, and it's called the 6 dimensions of culture. Now with his 6 dimensions of culture, organizations and governments have used it to basically frame the way they see other cultures. He's got 6 concepts. Today I will tackle the first concept. So what's the first concept? It's called the power distance index. Power distance is the extent to which lower ranking individuals of society accept and expect that power is distributed unequally. It's interesting. It's really interesting. So basically, people in higher power distance index areas are ones that accept hierarchy. They accept the power, they accept that there's a boss, and they accept that that boss has the power to tell the subordinate what to do, and the subordinate just has to do that. There's often less chances or opportunities for that subordinate to challenge the opinion of the leader in that environment. In the lower index areas, places like the US, for example, you often have sometimes where people can challenge an opinion of someone that's ranked higher. That being said, it's very important to understand that looking at the world with the high index ranges or the low index ranges can be very tricky. For example, the US, according to my man Geert, ranks pretty low on the power distance index scale, but within certain subcultures within the community in American society, you have organizations and people that rank high. The African American community, particularly in the church, for example, have a very high power index. That's why a lot of the pastors and a lot of the people in leadership positions tend to drive nicer cars. They tend to be treated with a higher level of respect. That's one of the reasons. There are many other reasons why that happens, and that's another video. And for example, in the military, for example, there's a certain level of respect that's placed. There's also another extreme level of hierarchy placed on people with higher positions, the colonels, surgeons, the majors. So there's always that type of environment. But the reason I'm explaining this concept to you is that as you start to do business with people from different backgrounds and different cultures, as you start to meet people from different areas, you start to observe the way they perceive authority, and that informs how you should communicate with them. If you were to go into a school system, for example, I'll give you my example. I come from Nigeria. In Nigeria, we have the power index there is very high. Respect is given to older siblings, for example. Older siblings are sometimes called, uncles. Anyone that's older than you significantly immediately garners a certain amount of respect. We weren't allowed to call our teachers by first names. We weren't allowed to call adults by first names, even our parents. So when I first came to the United States, I called everyone Mr. this, Mrs. that, Mrs. that. It got so much that the people or my professors had to tell me, hey, it actually makes me more uncomfortable when you call me, when you address me so formally. So it's always important for you to assess these type of situations, because then, having been informed of that information, I was able to adjust. So within the American environment, when I'm in the school system, when I'm talking to bosses or people like that, I often, feel comfortable saying the first name. Whenever I go back home, though, it's back to the same thing, Mr. and Mrs. And understanding this type of concept will allow you to not make certain cultural faux pas. Take that as a frame of reference. Don't take it as gospel, because like I said, there are certain subcultures that might not adhere to that. So that's the first concept, the power distance index. Now, I want you to tell me, give me an example. You can leave it in the comments below. Give me an example of situations where you've experienced different power distance indexes or indices, English style, different power distance indices in your life, how that's affected your business, how that's affected your personal life, and how you've overcome that. It could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing. I want to know. Leave them in the comments below, and use the hashtag #UseYourDifference. You can use the hashtag #UseYourDifference if you want to ask the question on Twitter. You can just simply say it in the comment below. So there you have it, power distance index, the degree to which lower or subordinate people in society expect and accept power to be distributed unequally. Next week we'll be talking about collectivism versus individualism. That's another aspect of Hofstede's frame of cultural dimensions, and I'm pretty excited about it because I'm particularly a walking contradiction, and I'll explain that next week. But till next time, don't forget to head over to the website for much more conversations where we have this, and please hit that subscribe button. I know you want to, yeah, and share with your friends. Till next time, use your difference to make a difference.